Sit back, relax, and enjoy listening. The early morning light filters through the studio window, casting a soft glow over RK, who remains seated at the piano. His fingers hover over the keys unmoving. He has spent the entire night trying, again and again, to make this song his own. But no matter how many times he sings it, something feels off. The weight of exhaustion presses against his skull, but he ignores it. Instead, he stares at the lyrics once more. The words are beautiful. The structure is flawless. The emotions are there, but they aren't his. RK exhales sharply and leans back, rubbing his face. He isn't new to pressure. He has performed in front of thousands, composed under impossible deadlines, and carried expectations heavier than most could imagine. Yet this is different. This isn't just a song. This is the first time he has to be the voice for someone else's words. A soft knock at the door pulls him from his thoughts. Jill steps inside without waiting for permission, his eyes scanning RK's exhausted frame, before letting out a quiet sigh. You didn't sleep. It's not a question. RK scoffs lightly. Didn't have time. Jill doesn't buy it. You had time. You just didn't want to. RK stays silent. Jill walks over and sits beside him, glancing at the sheet of lyrics on the piano stand. You're still struggling with it. RK finally mutters. I don't even know why I got this opportunity. I don't think I deserve it. Jill's eyes narrow. What are you talking about? RK lets out a dry chuckle, shaking his head. I mean it. I don't think I'm really worthy of this. It doesn't feel real. And even if it is, I don't know why it had to be me. Jill leans forward, his voice steady. Are you serious right now? RK, do you remember how hard you worked for this? This isn't something that just fell into your lap. You didn't get here by accident. RK doesn't respond. He just stares at the floor, his hands clenched. Jill exhales, shaking his head. They didn't choose you by default. You didn't leave them any other choice, brother. Your work, your talent, it forced them to see you. You earned this. RK swallows hard. He knows that. Deep down he does. But right now it doesn't feel that way. Jill watches him for a long moment before speaking again, softer this time. But if you're not feeling it, then let it go. You don't have to take this pressure. RK closes his eyes. I really don't want to. His voice is quiet, but the words carry the weight of something deeper. And I don't even know why. I know this is my lifelong dream. There's absolutely nothing I've prayed for more than this. But suddenly, it just doesn't feel that way. I don't know what's happening to me. Jill's expression softens. Then don't do it, RK. If it doesn't feel right, say no. Why are you forcing yourself? RK's jaw tightens. Because I want to do this for my country. He looks up at Jill, his eyes filled with something unshakable. You know, no one from our country has ever made it there. People joke about it, like it's impossible. If I say no now or step back, what will they say? I don't care what they say about me. But I won't let them think that our country isn't capable just because of me. I will never let that happen. Jill exhales sharply. You're insane, brother. How can you still be thinking about the country? The same people who didn't think twice before questioning you. As Jill said this, all the events of the past 2 to 3 weeks started playing in RK's mind. How it all began, how one moment changed everything, and how his life completely turned upside down in such a short span. The accusations, the stares, the whispers behind his back, that girl, and the very people he trusted questioning him. All of it came rushing back like a storm he couldn't escape. After a moment, he shook his head, his expression unreadable. It's not their fault. They did it because I think that's just how people are. If all the proof and everything was against me, how could they not think that way? And on top of that, when they asked me, I didn't say anything. I kept running away from them. So, Jill hesitates before speaking, his voice softer. I know I'm bothering you, but can I ask you something? RK looks at him, exhaustion heavy in his gaze. Go on, Jill. There's nothing that bothers me now. Jill takes a deep breath. Why couldn't you just tell them when they asked? Why not say it straight, you didn't do it? Hearing that, RK's mind starts replaying something from the past, pulling him in. His gaze drifts unfocused, as memories begin to surface, drowning out the present. The weight in his chest deepens, and for a moment, it feels like he's back there, reliving it all over again. Suddenly, The studio door opens again. Member 2 and Member 3 step inside, each carrying coffee cups. They glance at RK, noting the dark circles under his eyes, before handing him a cup without a word. "You look terrible," Member 3 mutters. "Feel terrible," RK mumbles, taking a sip of the coffee. The warmth spreads through him, but it does little to ease the weight in his chest. Member 2 sits on the edge of the piano, crossing his arms. "So, did you figure it out?" RK sighs. "Yeah, I remember half the words." Member 3 tilts his head. "Oh, that sounds like you made it to tomorrow's Golden Vibe event." RK exhales, his fingers tapping against the coffee cup. "Hope so.